We have an NBC5 exclusive here. Margarito Flores and his twin brother Pedro were once considered to be the biggest drug traffickers in Chicago. Both had strong ties to the Sinaloa cartel until they decided to become informants for the government. And that helped bring down the most wanted and feared Mexican drug lord, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Zully Ramirez from our sister station Telemundo Chicago spoke face-to-face with Margarito Flores.
Sitting in a classroom, dressed in a sports jacket and white sneakers, Margarito J. Flores says he's a different man. Well aware of the risk he runs by speaking out, he prefers not to show his face.
I feel very blessed and lucky and fortunate to be able to be back and have the freedom to be able to be with my family.
In 2015, Margarito Flores and his twin brother Pedro were sentenced to 14 years for running a major drug trafficking network in the U.S., worth almost $2 billion.
I grew up in a family of drug traffickers. I did our first load across the border when I wasn't even 8 years old.
And by their 20s, the Flores brothers were already being pursued by authorities in the U.S. The twins met Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, the infamous head of the Sinaloa cartel, in 2005, shortly after moving to Mexico. Margarito says both El Chapo and Ismael Mario Zambada Garcia, known as El Mayo, a founding leader of the Sinaloa cartel and who recently agreed to plead guilty in federal court, knew of the twins' ability to traffic drugs in the U.S.
My relationship with them was not just a business relationship, it was more of a friend relationship. But more as a, I kind of see them as like maybe my uncles.
But in 2008, something changed. The twin brothers made the decision to turn themselves in and become informants for the DEA, recording conversations with El Chapo.
Le quería pedir un favor. Dime. ¿Usted cree que por lo que vamos a arreglar me puede rebajar unos 5 pesos de esos?
¿A cómo tratamos?
Me lo está dando a 55.
Ay, ¿a cómo vamos a pagar?
And other leaders of the Sinaloa cartel.
¿Usted solo va a entregar allá o usted va a recibir también allá en Colombia?
No, yo solo voy a depositar el cheque, el de Chicago.
Their testimony led to more than 50 arrests and brought to light the entire distribution network. Margarito says they did it because they realized that despite all the money they had, they were simply unhappy.
When we made the decision to betray them, because it was a betrayal, it was not just a betrayal of Chapo and Mayo, it was a betrayal of the whole organization. We were always trying to please the people we try to idolize and please everyone else, and we finally decided to make a decision that was going to be best for our families.
El Chapo was sentenced to life imprisonment in 2019. The judge in charge of his case acknowledged that the twins' testimony was fundamental in his conviction, a decision that will haunt the twin brothers for the rest of their lives.
Are you afraid for your life?
I think I'll always live in fear.
Meanwhile, back in the U.S., Margarito now aims to teach the authorities the ins and outs of drug trafficking, instructing law enforcement agents on how drug cartels operate based on his experience. He does this through his company, Kingpin to Educator, which he started 2 years ago.
I still think that I could really make a difference in American distribution and interdiction, especially when it comes to investigations and working with informants.
Zully Ramirez, NBC5.
Fascinating backstory there. Thanks to Zully.